Essential oils, they're all the rage these days.
More and more people are bypassing the pharmacy in favor of something else, essential oils made from plants.
Yeah, but many are now swearing by the therapeutic health benefits from these plant-based oils after trying a natural home remedy, one, by the way, that is surging in popularity lately.
The truth is that oil has hundreds of compounds in it. And so if somebody asks you, what will that oil do, you can give them a quantum physics answer and say, what do you want it to do? Because it's just a packet of possibilities. In 1999, I was introduced to these essential oils. Although I had been interested in theology and read the Bible all my life, I really just read right over the parts of the Bible on oils. I didn't even know that frankincense and myrrh were oils. When you get into quantum physics, you realize that our mind and our thoughts and our intentions are impugned upon physical matter. And we know that your thoughts and intentions influence the effects of oils. And so quantum physics becomes a fundamental science in understanding how the oils work. In quantum physics, light can be manifested as a continuous wave, or it can manifest as a stream of discrete particles called photons. Well, when we measure light as a series of particles, or we can measure it as a continuous wave, we know what it is at the time we measure it, but what was it on its way to where we picked it up? You know, like if a light starts over here and you pick it up over there, what is it in between? So they decided that light, when it's in flight and it's on its way to either your eye or some other measuring device, it's neither. It's not even light. It's just a packet of probabilities. We have to look upon oils in the same manner. If somebody asks you, what will an oil do? You can say, well, that's oregano, and it's got phenylpropanoids in it, and it does various things, and you can give them a chemical answer, and that would be a good answer. But the truth is that oil has hundreds of compounds in it. And so if somebody asks you, what will that oil do, you can give them a quantum physics answer and say, what do you want it to do? Because it's just a packet of possibilities. And it's going to manifest certain possibilities for you. It'll manifest different ones for me and different ones for somebody else. What decides what possibilities are manifest is your intention. And so out of that packet of possibilities, we make decisions on an unconscious or conscious level that pulls out of that oil certain things to happen. And that's why prayer works so well with the oils and why the oils work so well with prayer.
What's absolutely fascinating is today you can understand how these oils do work on a molecular level. And that's really where my fascinations come in. And what I'm trying to do today when I travel the world and I teach about essential oils is really to take this information that is coming out by the day now. And because it's pretty complicated when you talk about epigenetics and transcription factors and how it changes the DNA and RNA and all that kind of stuff in your cells, to kind of take that and explain it in a language that everybody would understand.
The essential oil, basically what we get is a mixture of components. It's not a single organic compound. It has a mixture of components that imparts, in most cases, a pleasant aroma.
Well, you know, I talk about the King's Medicine Cabinet and essential oils being superior to prescription drugs because they're all natural and they were created to work with our body. You know, prescription drugs are today the third leading killer in America. Literally, millions of people are dying from the side effects across the globe from medications.
How do essential oils work? Because the oils are composed of very tiny molecules, and because the membranes in our bodies are oily, and because even our skin has got oils on it, they can penetrate skin. And once they're inside the body, they can travel through the lymphatic system, through the circulatory system. They can follow nerve pathways. You can put essential oils on the soles of your feet, like peppermint, something you can taste. And just wait a few minutes, and pretty soon you'll taste that peppermint on your tongue. Those oil molecules will have worked all the way up through your body. There's two basic kinds of oils. There's the essential oils that are in a plant. and they circulate in a plant right through cell walls and back out again and serve many life-preserving functions for the plants because of their mobility and ability to penetrate down to cellular levels and back again. So they bring nutrition and various kinds of information to the cells of the plant, carry waste products out. Plants also produce another kind of oil. It's found only in their seeds. They're bigger molecules and they don't move. They stay in the seed and they will stay there through the life of the plant and never used by the plant. What they're used for is in the next generation, when a plant seed begins to sprout, plants have to be able to make their own food, and they can't do that until they have a root system and a stem system, and through photosynthesis create sugars and starches and proteins that they need. And so there's a little gap in there when it first sprouts, when it doesn't have any of those things. So the plant lives off of the oil in that seed until it can make its own food. So plants produce the seed oil for the next generation, not for themselves. And we press those oils out of the seeds and we call them vegetable oils. But those aren't the healing oils because they do not have the capability of penetrating your skin or passing the blood-brain barrier or addressing issues at a cellular level. The essential oils can do that. They can work like hormones and regulate your endocrine system. They can support your digestive system. They can support your nervous system. They're also very effective against bacteria and viruses. And the fact that they work at a cellular level is wonderful because that's really where all disease begins and that's where it has to be resolved. Molecular shapes and sizes of the molecules of essential oils are so compatible with our human body and that they fit the receptor sites on the cells so perfectly. And in knowing that humans were not the first ones being created on this planet, plants came first and the oils came first. So to me that means that these oils who fit us so well and were created before we were created, that God was thinking ahead and thinking of our well-being before he ever created us. So to me, that means God was already loving us before he made us.
God never wastes an opportunity to use plants to promote the gospel. And so a place where that's really evident is in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. And it says that, and this is God telling Noah to build an ark. And it says, "Make for yourself an ark of gopher wood or cypress wood, and you shall make the ark with rooms, and shall cover it inside and out with pitch." So God didn't even waste an opportunity here to present the gospel just by using the plants that he gave us in the garden.